Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge. We're here at 121 Scurfield Blvd, and we're here for the Sunday Open 8-Ball Tournament. This is an A-side second round matchup now. No, it's still the first round matchup, sorry. And it's a matchup between Mike Orvis and Gilles Chartier. The score is currently 4-1 for Mike Orvis, and he's looking to maybe win this match. I'm in a different setup today, so I got a couple of different, situations that I have to deal with. One of them is my second camera angle. I gotta turn this down a little bit. It's a little bit too powerful there. And so nice attempt. This is my second angle here. Normally I have the side view, but this time I have to go with this one. Only because I have to move my spot for today. I will be back on my normal spot possibly next week unless I end up finding some better setup somewhere here. Then I might change my spot again. This view isn't so bad though. I don't mind it. That's Gilles at the table right now. Trying to get back in this match. He's almost got the puzzle figured out. He's trying to work out the last part of it. Just give me a second here. All right, I'll join you guys in the room. Looks like he missed that one ball. Got a lot of glare here from the blinds on the window. Now I can see better. Or maybe he played a safety, I'm not sure. I have to go back and watch this on my phone now. Oh yeah, no, he just missed it. But it worked out as a good leave. Gordon Houston, how you doing? Merlin Wamdeska, welcome to the stream. David Wilson, Dan Poole, Shark Bone, welcome to the stream. I feel like I'm vibing a little bit. You guys tell me how it sounds if it's too much. I have to adjust my sound setting here. And oh yeah, I have to put the noise filters on. Damn it, I hate when I have to do that. But or maybe I won't. No, I will. I'll get the copyright thing on YouTube also. So I have no choice but to do it. And I'm a little bit closer to a speaker here, so I got to be careful with it for sure. Oh, looks like Mike's gonna get on the hill here. Is that the match? Oh, that was a match. That was a match. So I was wrong on the score, I think. I think it was 6-0. That's going to kind of help Gilles a little bit. It's not going to feel good for him today, but as far as the Fargo rate, it's going to help him out a little bit. Well, I guess I got to move another angle. I go over here to this table. Back to stuff. So I got to find out who my next match is going to be because that match was fast. I had no idea what the score was, and I was trying to get everything set up and do it there. So this is Darren playing against Dennis Wong, Darren DeMurco. And I'll set up their names on the scoreboard so you guys know what's up. You guys are doing a race to 6. Dennis Wong was bumped up to a 6. Dennis. 2-1 for Dennis in this match. Put the scoreboard here for you guys. Different view, right? It's a little different, man. I mean, check it out. Now you get to see the hangar from this point of view. All right, I'm going to find out who our next main TV table matchup is, and I'll be back, okay? 3-1. All right, so this is sorry guys, I have to go find out what the next match is. The semi or not the semifinal, the quarterfinal rounds next. We're waiting for a couple of matches to finish before we can get another match on the main TV table. So right now we're watching this matchup on this table, and we're gonna continue watching this one until the next matchup opens up. I could maybe ask these guys to move over to the other table, but they got everything set up here already, and this view really isn't that bad. So we'll work with it. We'll make it work. Maybe center it a little bit more now that we're actually going to be focusing on it. I'm OCD, man, so like I'm looking at this like it's not quite lined up. And if it is lined up, like see, like if I go here and I center it to the scoreboard, not lined up either. But technically, that pocket should line it up. I'll center it so it looks kind of evened up. All right, all right, all right. So this is gonna give me a chance to kind of interact with you guys and stuff, and see how you guys are all doing while I'm covering this matchup, waiting for another main TV table matchup. David Twig, how you doing? From Scotland. Welcome to the stream. Albert Howe, Virgil Smith, how you doing? Chad McCoy, welcome guys. Russ McKay, Linda says, let's go, Darren. Priscilla Bennett, how you doing? Leo DeGarda, Rick Hutchin, welcome to the stream. Ashing break, but no friends. And so Darren will come up, and he's currently trailing by 2, so he needs to kind of find something here on this table to get going, and he'll take a look to see how. Feel like he's taking the stripes off the hop. Oh, and he missed the 9 ball. Trying to get that 13 ball opened up a little bit more. Dennis will come back to the table now after a dry break. He'll have a chance to open up here first turn with who he chooses to go with. I'm assuming he's going to want to go with the stripes too. Can't see how he wouldn't take them. Now that 13 ball is a bit of a problem, but it does go. I think there's an opening on the right side of this 1 and 4, enough for the cue ball to fit past to get that 13. He doesn't necessarily have to break it out. I'm thinking this 14 could be something that he may not want. I feel like maybe taking that 10 ball will be a key. Trying to get shape for the 11 ball to come down the table from there. The 15 or the 14 has really good potential to set you up for that 13 ball. If you set up for that 13 ball right now, that 10 ball is blocking that 13 from going in. So that means you have to play a combo, which is going to be hard to do because that 13 is leaning on the rail. If it was off the rail, you could maybe cut it off that rail a little bit towards that 10 ball for the combination. But because it's on the rail, you can't cut it too much. Unless he was to bank it into the rail. Now we're talking totally different scenario and that instead. Here I'm looking at this 10 ball. I'm thinking I'm going to take that. And 11 from there. If I can manage to get from 11 to 14, I'm supposed to get onto it. If not, I want to put enough pace to make sure that I have at least a shot on the 15 ball after. Yeah, that's good. I would have came down a little bit further because it was a small window between that 6 and 3. So then you had that angle to work with the cue ball to go straight between them, come right back down. Gives you enough for the shot on the 14. But now here's another possibility. He's looking at it too, I think. Is that he takes a 14. Now with the left hand draw, he can come over to the right side of the table, get lined up for that 13 ball back. Then from there, he can line up for the 11 ball. So that's actually not a bad plan if he's seen it, like he has. I like that he's taking his time to take a look at the options, really figure out what's going to work. Usually, if you don't do that, that's when you're coming up short on the table. You're coming up short because take your time to look at it. Really be sure. Medium stroke on this. Have a punch draw though. Ah, there you go. That was a good shot. So normally at this point, this is where, like I'm taking a little walk around to look at things again because that was the hardest part of the rack for me. I needed to get to that 13. So now I've gotten there, right? That's like a big part. So now when you get rid of that, you want to make sure that you know what you're going to set up for next. And even after you make this ball, you might still want to take a little walk around anyway. I felt like he didn't walk around enough on that one. Could have looked at not just where he's going to shoot the 11 ball from, but what kind of angle he needed to be able to set up for that 12 ball, which is still in a kind of funny spot. I know I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a couple of matches to finish, and then I'm going to have a TV table match. So right now I'm on this one. Different angles today, man. It's DuPont. Come say hi. He's the reason why I kind of came out of retirement, really, man. I played in a tournament, I want to say it was in January when they first got these tables. And I felt like I can play, but I hadn't really been practicing much, right? And whatever, he whooped me 4-1. Excuse me. After he whooped me 4-1, I couldn't believe it. I was like, because I used to spot this guy a game. Meanwhile, we're playing even, and I don't have a chance against him, right? So that made me kind of mad. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna play, I gotta start practicing. And then I made a little bit of effort. My game didn't go too well, but I was playing a little bit better. And eventually, I got to where I am now, which is a little bit better than I was for sure at the beginning of the year. Still not right back where I was, in my top form where I was running almost every table. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm slowly getting to that point. I see the tables a little bit clearer now, and I'm starting to get the cue ball a little bit better, which is nice. It's always a work in progress, isn't it, for all of us, man? Every time that we go out and play in a tournament, we're trying to play our best. We can practice all we want, and we feel like we're at the top of our game. Then we go in there, and sometimes we come up short. A specific shot or a certain pattern, or something like that, or a dry break, right? And you're back to the drawing table again, and back to practicing, trying to work on things so that we play better the next time. But there's always something, man. I think that's why we all love about pool is that no matter how good you get, there's always a challenge. Always something that forces you to come up with something that you're usually not coming up with. The escape shots, the trick shots. Then the runouts, man, when they come, they're beautiful. Sometimes they're not easy. Unless you have a great break. If you got a break, then they're there for me. For me, my runouts, I usually have to earn them. I'm working on my break now, too, so if I was to break down my training into different steps, I feel like step one was already accomplished, which was just trying to practice. That was step one. Oh no, it spits it out. And look at the shape. He was set up for the 8. Huge break here for Dennis. He still has to deal with that 12 ball though, but this table is not bad. He can work with this. Christmas party going on here or something like that. And you got guys walking in with JB case and pool cues, and I feel like I might have to go start streaming that Christmas party. If guys are walking in with that kind of equipment, man, they must be players. Now he's got to come up with a shape for the 12, and he's hit it. Gone a little bit too far though. Still has the cut, but I feel like the tangent line is getting close to the side pocket. That tall seemed to be the problem right from the beginning almost, but it was in a somewhat innocent spot. Or at least it felt like it was in an innocent spot. But it's not a challenge every time. He tried cutting that? Yeah, I got this one and this one. If as soon as you send me a match here, I'm gonna focus on this one. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys want me to keep it on this one, or you guys want me to switch when they bring me the next group of players? Your call. Your call. Patricio Hiedra, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. How you doing, Kathy? Kathy Seacrest. Jenny Baptiste, welcome. Mr. Jason Savari from Winnipeg, how you doing? Mark Archambault, welcome to the stream. Fuentes Chiqui, how you doing? Bienvenido. Eric Tahe, how you doing? Larry Hinatsu, welcome to the stream. Sean Bannon, how you guys doing? I hope everybody's having a good weekend, man. You want me to switch? Yeah, okay. Well, I don't have a matchup yet, so I'm still waiting. But I think the match is going to be Kevin Tolles against Tim Sinclair, maybe? That might be the match. Might be. I'm not a huge fan of the side view. Some people like it. I'm just not a big fan of it. You can sort of say this is a bit of a tester. Not really, but it is because he's so deep in the pocket. It is a bit of an uncomfortable shot. And now you can see the lip on the table. There's a little bit of a lift on the corner pocket. But when your hand's going into that pocket, it makes it a little bit more uncomfortable because your hand's jacking up a little bit, right? And you don't really want to jack up your bridge hand too much. One of the things that you can appreciate about the Predator table is the fact that they have a flat, flush corner pocket. So when you're deep in a pocket, you usually don't have a hard time making the shot because you're leveled. There's no extra deflection on it. Dennis was a 5 for the longest time. He's been made a 6, and he's feeling comfortable in his handicap so far. Matchup anyway. 4-1. This is a side. Second. Still waiting for those guys. I think they're on a smoke break before they play their match. So tied second round. Sorry, I switched to my other camera by accident. I was wondering, like, what happened to the table? This guy's got a rack set up. It's about to break. I'm like, I can't see the table. I thought my camera froze for a second, but I accidentally switched cameras there. Kind of a rough start today, but usually the way it works is when I have rough starts, we get some great matches. So hoping that's the way it'll be. 22 players in the building today. Anything can happen here. Lots of great competition. Have some of my teammates out here playing as well, which is nice to see. They're starting to get going. It's beginning of the season, I guess, for some people. And usually, I don't know, it's kind of weird because if you play league, pool season starts, excuse me, it starts at the beginning of pool league and it ends at the end of pool league, right? That's normally pool league players are like that. Tournament players, for them, pools year round. Professional players or people that are constantly trying to learn, for them, pools year round too. But for a lot of people, especially here, there's a lot of people that play league. Pool kind of just shuts down in the summer. And a big reason why is because, well, we have like 6 months of winter, right? So when we have our summers, there's only like 2 months of summer. And everybody wants to go fishing and camping and all that and just want to enjoy the time out there in the nature, right? A lot of people kind of take a break. And my team, well, no, they're no different, man. They're taking a break too. Nice little combination there. And so when we came back, everybody's kind of rough around the edges. Me, I guess I'm kind of rough too because I'm not really training, but I was kind of playing enough already so I wasn't so bad. I'm not doing great though so far. I've been averaging 3 wins a week with one stat, usually one run out a week, which I guess is okay. I don't know. We have a 28-week season, man. So if I can run out one table a week, that it gives me 28 runouts at the end of the season. I guess that's not bad. But I don't like to think like that when I go play league. I just try to go play my best all the time. If I get 1 or 2 or 3 runouts, then I'm happy with it. But I'm never really chasing it, you know. I'm just trying to play my best consistently. And the way I figure, you know, as long as your fundamentals are right and you're just focusing on the object in front of you at every object at every time that you're shooting, you should be able to finish the table and run out. The only times you won't is when you run into like things that we're foreseeing, when the ball gets tied up or cue ball freezes up to another ball and you don't have a shot, something like that. Though most of that stuff can be preventable for sure. Some of us still find the troubles. I'm one of them. Another nice shot. Got an angle here to be able to come off the rail and get in between that 7 and 3 for the ball. But he kind of almost wants to hold shape here for that 14, 11 ball. Needs to kind of deal along. And I don't know. I feel like maybe take it on now. Like it's available there. Hit it. You can play the 14, then the 10, then the 11, and come across for the 12. And the 12 is just set up for the 8. That's a little bit better. If he plays this ball, then he's better off maybe setting up for the 12. See what he tries to do. He's setting up for the 12. It was the only thing that made sense with the angle that he had because he wasn't going to be able to hold shape for that 14 or 11 from there. And he couldn't really play off the rails back and forth because of that 7 kind of being in the way. Now he's got to figure out a way to get through here. It looks like he's got a forward angle, but he's running towards the pocket. Not good for him. He might have to check off the rail here with some power. Just drew back with some power instead, and he knows there's a small window here for the side pocket, and that was another beautiful shot. I think I missed that one. Yeah, I missed it. Couple of nice shots there from Dennis, though. That was a really nice little setup for the finish. And he's not done yet. I mean, he still has to come up with a shot. Looking at his options here, the 3 is pretty close to the side pocket where you can maybe take the 8 off the 3. Taking a look to see, and looks like he's made up his mind, and that might be the finish. You could try to kind of draw off the cushion here and get back to the middle, but that 5 ball is a really bad ball. Kind of like blocking that 8 ball, forcing you to get further along into the middle of the table, and that kind of forces the stroke a little bit. So I think that's the reason why he's considering taking this 8 ball to the side pocket. Just using the natural angle on that ball to be able to get up for the 8. I don't mind it. It's a good idea. Although I do feel like he needs where he's shooting from right now, where he's got his hand. I feel like that's where he needed to be shape-wise to be able to make this. He could still make it from here, but the force of the ball, the contact from the 8 to the 3 ball, Rick might just hit the horn way up. Oh no, it went in. Another great shot. Took his time to work that one out and figured out the puzzle. Josh Hill, how you doing, man? Says, hey Rod, I'm competing again, playing solid. How you doing? That's awesome, Josh. Good for you, man. You know, it's beautiful when you're not really playing all the time, and then you get back into playing again, and you're competing again. It's a beautiful feeling, man. Honestly, I can never get enough of the competition. That's why I love tournament play. Honestly, you don't really experience pool how you should be experiencing pool unless you're playing tournament play or you're playing sets for cash. That's the real pressures of pool. That's like the ups and the downs and the passionate moments and the emotional moments at the table. It's all coming to you when you're playing for sets for money or if you're playing in tournaments. But yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you, and I'm doing good. I'm doing all right, man. You know, I played in the tournament yesterday. I wasn't even trying to play, but I brought my cues just in case, and I ended up playing. And I was setting up the stream and doing all that, so I never got a chance to warm up. And I got up to the table and I started playing fairly well, actually. That kind of made me feel all right, and I finished in what, fourth place. So it was okay, I guess. Only 8 players though, so it's nothing to brag about, you know. But still enough battles, and I did some weird stuff yesterday with my streaming also because I ended up putting on my wireless headset and I walked around commentating on my matches that I was playing on as I was playing, which was, you know, something a little bit different, gives you a little bit more of an insight of the mind of the player. Um, but it was a little bit harder to deal with. So if you watch that stream from yesterday, you'll see that at some point I was playing. Who was it playing against? I think it was Mike Valtour. I think it was Mike Valtour, and I was down pretty bad, and I was playing good, but you know, like every now and then I was talking about what I was about to do, and then I go execute and I come up short, and so it started bothering me. And somebody said, "Well, you know, go out there and just play to win, man." So I was like, "Okay." I took a break from doing the commentary like that and focused. It didn't help me. I ended up losing the match anyway. I did run out the next table as soon as I took the microphone off. I don't know. Maybe there's something there. I'm gonna continue to keep doing it though. You know, not all the time, but when I play, I'll do it. You know, and I don't know. I like the challenge, I guess. I didn't like the feeling of it yesterday when I was playing. It felt kind of weird, you know. It was throwing me off a little bit. But the fact that it was throwing me off a little bit, I like it. You know, because what that tells me is that there's somewhere a new area where I can grow, where I'm allowed to grow and become better and stronger mentally. So for me, I'm gonna do it a few more times and see if I can bear down and try to run tables while I'm talking about it. Bit of a challenge, I guess, but if I can do it. Timothy Bone, how you doing? David Twig says you played well yesterday, Rod. Yeah, it wasn't like, I don't know. I guess I'm a pool player, right? So the way pool players are is like they're only really happy when they win it all. And even then, sometimes they're not even happy either, man. You know, like a really good player that has like high standard for his level of play. There's a lot of times they win tournaments and they're not happy about the way they played. For me, I felt like I played okay. Like, you know, it was competitive. I was able to play strong in a few racks. You know, I ran out a lot of racks when I was going. It was all right. You know, I thought I played well, but the way I finished, I didn't feel like I played good. You know, because I lost my match to Mike, then I won my next match, and then I went and lost my next match after that when I had a chance to be able to qualify. But Nathan played really well, man. I mean, Nathan Wood came out to play yesterday, grabbed the bar cue off the wall, and won the tournament. And the way he played, I mean, it didn't even look like he was playing with a bar cue. It looked like he was playing with a nice two-piece cue with best everything on it. He was just making everything, man. And then after the match was done and he beat Newbert, he double dipped him, by the way. After he beat him and Newbert started playing sets, you know, and then he beat Newbert on the first set. I'm not sure what happened in the second one, because by then I was already wrapping up my stuff and trying to get out. But Nathan was on fire, man, with just a bar cue. That's something you don't see too often, you know. Honestly, it's kind of rare, but I've seen it twice now. Both times at the Blue Room, I've seen somebody grab a bar cue off the wall and win the tournament. The first guy was Terrence Young, and that was also for the Tournament of Champions. I believe, I want to say that he qualified the week after me, so it would have been week 12. I could be wrong, but I think it was week 12 that he qualified, and he did it with a pool cue off the wall, man. Now, some places you go, like some pool halls, you know, when you have pool hall owners, sometimes they take pride in their bar cues, and they'll go on there and they'll put a layered tip on a bar cue, on all their bar cues. You know, if they get a good deal on them. And that's not too often, but every now and then you'll find it. So when you grab a bar cue, you actually have a decent chance to play, but there's still a lot of deflection to that, right? That's the hard part. But most of the times when you walk into a pool hall or a pool room and you grab a bar cue, it's usually like an Elk Master tip or a LaPro tip because those are the cheapest ones. They're not layered. They're always medium, and well, they have their challenges. I'll just leave it at that. I used to run with a Moray tip. I felt like that was the best tip in the world, you know. And now I'm playing with a Kamui Black, and I don't mind it. I think it's good. It does the job so far. But I felt like my Kamui was a lot better, and it's hard to find a good quality Kamui nowadays, or not Kamui, Mori. It's tough to find them nowadays. There's a lot of knockoffs, right? Pigskin knockoffs, and I don't know. But I like the Mori tip. You know, it was I guess like the 1990s, early 2000 Mori tip was kind of like the tip that everybody went with. How tips, that's what everybody kind of uses now too, is the how tips. And most of them are using soft, which some that's kind of been a change. I think a lot of us used to use the medium in my time when we were starting to play pool and playing Liga. Most of us used medium, and I think it was just because like we were always under the thought that if you use soft, you would have to replace the tip more often, and so we just didn't really care to do it. But none of us really gave soft the opportunity to be able to play with it to understand how good it worked. He's playing really well today, man. He tied himself up here for that 9 ball though. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think we give it enough of an opportunity to really know. And hard tip is another one that we never really give it a good opportunity to know. I was told that there's players out there in the world, professional players that play with hard tip. Usually that's really tough to do, but if a center to edge player, kind of like Joshua Filler, well, he could do that, right? Because he's a center edge player, so he doesn't really need spins ever. All of his playing is basically center, top, bottom, and center. Snooker players play like that also. Instead of using side spin, it's all center ball, just with tops and bottoms, and the amount of tops and bottoms changes the angles for you. Nice try. He's gonna come up short though. That's gonna be a ball in hand for Darren, who needs to get going here. He's kind of been sitting on the sidelines, and nothing's really been working out for him at these tables. But now he's got a chance. Get it off the 9 ball, and he does. Needs a 9 ball to get out of the way, and it does. All right, we can work this out. But yeah, the fad now seems to be soft tip. Everybody's playing soft tip, man. One thing that everybody says about soft tip is that you get extra spin, so it's harder to control when you're playing left and rights and tops and bottoms, right? And but the good players, the really good players, you know, to them they like it because it requires less power for this for more effect, and so therefore they have better control at the table. And I don't know, maybe it's something I gotta look into as well. You know, seems like I'm always looking to new equipment, upgrading some way. On the scoreboard, he stopped the bleeding. His opponent's on the hill though, so the pressure's on. Down by 3, breaking this one. If he can survive this one, he needs to survive one more on his opponent's break. That will put him at 4. And then after that, he'd be breaking for a chance to tie it up. That's the ideal scenario here. But in an ideal world with an ideal scenario, it all starts off with a break. He's making sure he's got a good rack to make sure he's got a good chance to make a ball here. Up. 5-2. Yeah. Tim Sinclair's playing the winner of these guys. That's what it is. He's something to go in. Like no friends on this one, and a decent spread. So Dennis Wong will have a chance to be able to close out the match now. Got choices of solids and stripes, and he can open up with either or. Just at a glance, see that the solids have a bit of an advantage here over the stripes. But one good shot with the stripes could open up everything in the top, and then now you got a different table. And you do have that 14 ball kind of there where, you know, you might be able to have an angle to get into that 11 and 15. I actually prefer the solids though because the solids are on top of those stripes. And it gives you a little bit of control. You can play this rack, taking the solids, knowing that at some point you're going to play a safety in your opponent and use those balls on top to play your safety scenario. Trying to make the 3 ball, and if he makes it, he'll have natural shape for the 4 ball. Come up short though. And so a good break here for Darren, who will come back to the table after a dry break. Looking for a chance to get on the scoreboard once again. Open table, so I have the choice to pick whatever he wants. The shot that was missed left the cue ball in a spot where, you know, there's not much options here except for the low ball, so he's going to go with low ball. Watching the pace, doesn't want to go too far. He almost did. Perfect. I'll shape up for the 6 or the 5 now, one of the two. Shape for the 5. And looks like he's got a little bit of angle here to be able to pop up for the 6 ball, but see if he does or not. As it is, and looks like he's just trying to get a forward angle to set up here for the top of the table. Now, good time to walk around and take a look, and he is. Looking at it from that side, though. Should be looking at it from the other side also. Got an idea what he needs to do. He's figured out his spot. He's going with instincts. Maybe it didn't work out for him. I'm not sure. Gonna look. Enough room for the 7 to go in. If hit with the right amount of spin, with the right proper cut, he should be freezing up to these 2 stripes. Give him a shot on the 2 ball. One of those 2 stripes is going to push towards that 12 ball, and the other one's going to be the cushion. The cushion will probably be the 11 ball. Oh, he just went like that. Okay, he's calling a 2 ball. What a shot. Look at the finish. Yeah, a little bit more draw there on that one. Still going to look to see if he make it. He's going to call it. The biggest thing about this shot, he's got protection from the 13 ball from scratching, so make the shot. Oh, oversliced it. And let's check out that last highlight. It's a nice shot. I didn't even think he had the combo. He just nailed it, man. What made it good, though, is the fact that he had the position on the 7 ball, right? It just didn't work out for the 8 ball. I think that was maybe adrenaline. Just came up short on the shot, jabbed it a little bit. Dennis Wong on the hill. Still in here for now a rack. He would like to get it done on this turn. It needs things to kind of work out for him. And it's still okay. Got a bit of a bounce there, and he wasn't happy not to have either the 10, 9, or 4, but he will be happy to have the 13 ball bill. Just not going to help him much for that 11 and 15. At least he's got a shot, and that's something. Gonna be tough for him to figure out how to get up there for this 11 ball. If he can get shape from the 9 to the side, he can maybe have a forward angle to get up there. I'm not sure what he's gonna do here now. This is not good for him. He can make the 10 ball, I guess. That's about the only option here. Making that 9 ball may not help him. That 10 ball's a bit of a tough cut. But I'd rather take that 10 ball, to be honest. You could maybe take this 9 ball with a quarter dual draw, try to get shape to get right by the 8 ball here off that side cushion, but I don't know if that will work. He's trying it. Trying it. Trying it. Gonna get there. Barely, but he got there. I don't have another view here, so we'll have to watch to see if he makes. He made it. Comes across beautifully. Excuse me. Comes across beautifully for the 15 ball. The riskier shot, and was rewarded with a finish because of it. See, and that's the thing. Is sometimes you have to do something a little bit harder. It's not what you want to do, but it's what's required to do for you to get the finish. Now, there's a difference between having to do a hard shot because it's required versus doing a hard shot because you want to. That's mentality. That's ego. One of them is survival. The other one is ego. Never feed the ego, man. He's going to win that game, and that's going to bring us to our main TV table. You guys can play on that table, though. Yeah. Now we're going to switch tables here. Back to this one. All right, so I'll set up the scoreboard here. We'll put Dennis on the left this time so you guys know it's a new match. And I think it's a 6. What are you racing to, Tim? Tim, what are you race to? Yeah, it's a race to 6. We'll put Dennis on the left. Playing some GNR in the background, and I like my GNR. It kind of lost me at the spaghetti incident, but up until then, I was like, yeah, GNR, man, love GNR. I mean, Appetite for Destruction was like, wow, that was a crazy album, man. And both of Use Your Illusions 1 and 2, it was tough to decide which one was the best one, man. They were both good. If you've ever listened to GNR, you know I'm talking truth. Chinese Democracy, I wasn't really a big fan of that one either. It was okay. Spaghetti Incident, though, I don't know what happened to him on that one. He was having a moment. He was having a moment and somehow made an album out of it. What's the problem? Yeah, but I'd rather have the main match here because I got 2 cameras. Who are you playing? Oh, okay. Okay. I gotta go with what she says then. Yeah, I gotta go with what she says. Alright, so we're going to the other table for now. Urbanic's playing, I guess, on this other table, but they're waiting. I guess he's eating. I don't know. He he says they called his match on that table, so I got to go to this table again. I got to back this up a bit. I didn't. I'm gonna program this table this time. Maybe I'll get a little bit closer here, so it's more on the table. I know that you can't let me. No one else to blame. No, maybe a little bit more height right there. All right, so we're gonna leave it on here because we're still waiting for that main TV table matchup. I guess they called a match. It's gonna be a good matchup, I think. Urbanic is playing, I think, and I'm not sure who he's playing against. Maybe Jesse Clays? I don't know. I'm gonna go take a walk. Well, these guys are about to start the match right now. I'm gonna go take a walk to kind of see and find out what's going on with this main TV table, man. I didn't bring my cues today, so no demonstrations in between or anything like that. Decided to take a break, man, after playing yesterday. I wasn't really trying to play yesterday, right? So got my extra day in for pool. All right, rack number 1. Tim Sinclair just broke, and it's a race to 6 between these guys. So we'll see how things work out on this matchup. I got to go find out what's going on with this other table because I really wanted to use this table. I was okay with having these guys on that table, but I want to see what the other match is and why it's being held up. All right. So I do got the other match set up. I don't know who won the first game on this one. They're now starting to play on the other table. Who's famous now? Peter Adams? He's famous now. I'm just catching up with comments. David Twig, was it difficult to play with the mic on? It was different. It was challenging, man. I enjoyed it and I didn't enjoy it. Clau Miranda, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. I do enjoy it, and I didn't enjoy it. It was a little bit of everything, but it was challenging, and I'm gonna do it again. Art C. Hawker, how you doing? Looking at comments now. Robert Page, how you doing? John McGuire, Mickey Singh, Brian Dial Kyoko, welcome to the stream. Warren Mann says, one of my favorite songs to play to is In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. That's a good song. I don't really have a lot of his music on LP, on vinyl. I've been trying to get some of his stuff, though. Oh, me famous? I don't know. I don't know. Some people try to say that, but I don't think of myself as famous. When I get like musicians from all around the world asking me to come hang out with them, I think I'm famous. Not one of them has messaged me yet, man. They don't even like my post. I'm still the groupie on that group. But I did get a chance to. Oh, beautiful! Thank you. Just anywhere right there. Awesome. See. I did get the opportunity to. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the other table here. These guys are already. There's my camera not working. I gotta change the names here. I think put Richard on the left. This is the new players you guys get a chance to see. You don't get to see these guys play too often. So you guys have a chance to see somebody new. This is Nathan. Nathan was playing as a 6 yesterday. Technically, he should be a 6 here, but because of his Fargo rate being lower, he's a 5. And I believe Nathan won the first game. 1-0. All right, here we go. This is better view by far, I'm telling you. The other one was nice too, I guess, but this is the better view, man. Yeah, I know. As far as fame, I don't know, man. I never really thought of it that way. My work in the pool world, everything that I do with pool, organizing events, streaming, commentaries, teaching people, running programs for the future, all that stuff that I do, everything's all passion related. It's because I love the game, and a big part of me feels like I owe my life to the game. So I'm just trying to even things out. But I never really look at things as like fame or anything like that. And the way I look at things is my job is to try to promote the game and to do a good job at it. So part of that is just trying to be in the scene and being more presentable, I guess, with my stream. Right. So I do my best to give a professional stream, and then I do my best to give professional commentary, and then hopefully everybody enjoys it. And if they don't, well, there's other streams. I ain't trying to kick you out, man, but I'm just saying. But yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really see myself as that. It is kind of weird though, because I'll go into like different towns to like do commentary and stream, and I don't know. It feels like celebrity sometimes because everyone's like, "Hey, there's Rod," and it's like, "Yeah, man, me, I." I don't really look at it as anything else. I've never had anybody ask me for my signature, so I don't think I'm famous that way yet either. But lots of pictures. Don't get me wrong. Right? Lots of people want to take pictures of me, and that's cool. So I guess that's somewhat celebrity. But no, I never think of myself like that, man. I just I do what I do because I love what I do, and whatever comes along with it, I guess, is just all extra. But it never steers me away from the focus of why I started doing things in the first place. And that was because I love the game and I want to do more for it. I wish I could do a whole lot more for it right now, but my budget's always limited, right? And between just trying to take care of the family and the bills and then trying to take care of yourself and the cost of going out there and traveling and covering the events, tough to be able to create extra things. But the goal of why I do everything I do is because I'm hoping that someday in the future, I will get to a famous stature where I can do more for pool because financially I'll be better off through the connections of everything that I've done in my life. That's the ultimate goal, I guess. And eventually, if I can do things right, then I'll be helping thousands of pool players all around the world while creating thousands more every day. Hopefully. I know it's a big goal, but a little crazy, man. But so was this. Look where I am now. I started off with a cell phone, man. I swear to God, I started off with a cell phone. Passion, man. The only way I can explain things in life is passion. When you have it, I don't know, great things happen, especially when you follow it. I always have people talking to me like, like I sort of made it or whatever. And I always tell people like I didn't make it. I'm still trying, man. I'm still trying to make it. But I'm good at what I do. I offer a good presentation and I like to think I'm somewhat funny. So maybe some of you guys watch me because I'm funny, but I'm not. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't come out here thinking to myself, well, what's going to be the joke today? Like I never think like that, right? But naturally, I'm funny. I enjoy life. I love things. I love life. I love my people around me, my family, the players that surround me in my life. Um, I just love everything about life, man. So I'm easygoing and I laugh and I'm passionate. And on the same side, though, when I get angry and I get angry in a passionate way, like it's you feel it. I'm all emotion, man, which is something that I had to overcome on the pool table, and it was really difficult to do. I never snapped a cue, but there was a lot of times that I wanted to. But yeah, no, I don't, Peter. I don't look at myself as famous, but maybe by the time I die, if I do everything right, anyway. That's the goal. And that's the weird thing about my goals, man, my dreams is that everything that I'm trying to do is for the future after I'm dead, not while I'm here. While I'm here, this is just the footwork, right? That's the way I look at my efforts in life. Is this is just the footwork, the things that need to be done for the future. But I'm never going to see everything that I did. Only the future generations and the people around now that are young players will. I still pay for my meals when I go to restaurants. That's how you know if you're famous or not, right? Like if you walk into a restaurant and you have to pay for your meal, you're not famous, man. If you get to the airport, ain't nobody waiting for you, you're not famous, man. I don't fly. I know nobody's waiting for me, so I just drive. Actually, I used to be afraid of flying. I flew to South America. So first of all, I was born in Canada, and at a young age of 8, I moved over to South America with my family. Both my parents are Chileans, Spanish, and so we went out there for a few years, and I don't know, it's been a journey. That just took me back and thoughts about how much I traveled. I lost my conversation today on that one. I was going somewhere, then I started backtracking about my life, man. How I've been everywhere. I don't know. Nathan's playing some great pool. And you know what? Yesterday he went and played with a bar cue, and today he's playing with a different cue. He's got a two-piece cue working with. And no, it's not like a high quality cue. You can see, it's just something more comfortable to play with. it still has deflection in it. He still has to find a way to adjust all the time. But he's been playing some great pool, man. And there's something about that, right? Like 'cause they say great players don't necessarily need a top of the line cue. They can play with just any cue and run tables out. It all comes down to your fundamentals, the way you shoot, and your aiming, right? If you got good aim, well, you'll be all right. He's lucky that three ball didn't bounce because on a diamond table, that ball is supposed to bounce hard, and it would have been right in front of his shot. Instead, he's got a small window. He can make this 11 ball, and he's got a little bit of a gap here to be able to come around two rails or go straight up. He's gonna go straight up. No, he's gonna go with the two rails. Keeping it simple, and he's got a good shot here for the 8 ball, and you wouldn't know that this guy doesn't have an expensive cue right now the way he's playing. Got some confidence going too, man. I mean, he won it yesterday, double dipped the A-side finalist, and then he took 2 sets off him, I think, on top of that. So he's got some confidence going. Lost myself. There's a bunch of comments here. Sorry, guys. you know, one of the things that we're gonna do is here so we can check out his break. One of the things that happens to me is when I start talking about my passion and my purpose in life and why I do things, I get so caught up. He's being honest. Being honest. He tapped the white ball and he's telling him it's your break. So Rich is gonna re-rack it because he doesn't trust the rack. Yeah, but I get caught up in my conversation, man. Then I start neglecting comments and I start neglecting the game and I miss highlights and all that kind of stuff. But I'm truly passionate about what I do and I just can't help it, man. It draws out of me. When I go places, when I go to like events and stuff like that, people hire me to come out to do their events. They see that. They see the passion around me. They see the love for the game, and it's very, very addicting, man. Maybe overwhelming for some people, man, because there's a lot of people that love the game, right? But I mean, I truly love the game. I do everything for it, and it's you can see the vibes. You can see the vibes. Man. Canadian pool icon. Well, I wish that would be true, man. Especially as a player, that would have been cool. I'm trying to become a 700. I'm on my way. I'm at 571. It's slowly moving up. Michael, Harry, how you doing? Warren Man says it keeps me calm and relaxed. How you doing, Blake Holmes? What's up, bro? Peter Anderson says, yes, you do. I got it on video saying you're gonna be famous. Well, that'd be cool, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't think I try not to think like that. I try not to get caught up on anything outside of my passion when it comes to my work. And it's tough to do, because there's a lot of things going on around you all the time, right? But I don't know. I try to look. I was getting sidetracked again. I was on the side view and just talking. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fame, I don't know what fame is. All I know is that I love what I do, and I'm gonna continue to love what I do, and anything other than that should never be in my head or mindset. And as long as I'm thinking passion, love for pool, I'll always be doing things for the right reasons. So I feel like that's my strength in life. It's my strength and my downfall, because it's a tough industry to survive in. There's not a lot of money in there, right? Especially when it comes to streaming too, right? Sometimes people look as money that could be used for stream, could be used for other things and whatever, but it's a difficult industry, right? So if you're not willing to just take the punches as they come and just that was a nice shot. If you're not willing to take the punches as they come and just do things no matter what through all the thick and thins, you're gonna have a tough time doing what I do. Just the way it is. And there's a lot of negativity that comes with it too, because people don't understand passion, right? And you get judged the wrong way, like, oh no, he's self-centered, he's egotistical, blah 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 blah. But meanwhile, it's passion, right? And confidence, I guess. Which confidence I'm not shy of, obviously, because I'm on a mic. I ain't afraid to get on the stream either. I'm a little chubby, you know, but I still get up there. So confidence is not my issue. Sometimes, I mean, I'm not big, you know, but if I lean a certain way for a shot, it's very noticeable. Other than that, though, I look like I'm slim and in shape. Warren Mann says, watch you yesterday with the mic and thought you handle it well, and you will get comfortable with experience. I liked it. Right on, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know what I liked about it is that it gives you an insight on the mind of the player as they're going through dealing with situations at the table, right? So it's almost, to me, that's like the second best thing next to actually being on the table working on those specifics yourself, right? This gives you almost the same experience without you being at the table, because you're kind of going through it. You're hearing me talk about it. And you're thinking like, yeah, I see that, you know, and then you're like, oh wait, but I didn't see that. And then you're like, oh wow, that's a good idea, right? Or maybe like, no, he's missing this, right? But you're hearing it all because I'm telling you exactly what I'm going through, what I'm thinking, the emotions behind it. I'm even telling you guys, okay, it's time for me to go into the small circle, you know, and I'm telling you, like, I'm showing you the discipline that it takes for a player to be able to play successfully at the table, right? So I liked it. It was a good teaching mechanism and just another way to be able to help some of the viewers and players to be able to get a little bit more insight in the game and maybe a mentality too, right? I enjoyed it though. It was fun. I didn't like the pressures that I felt at times when I wasn't shooting well, but I think that, you know, if I was to continue to work on it and be more aggressive about just pushing through the hard tables when things aren't going right, I think eventually I can overcome it. Right? Just like anything else in pool, just takes time and effort and merit. Thanks, Peter Adams says it's the best in Canada, man. I appreciate it. I don't know if I ever try to really think of myself as one of the best out there, but I know that I am good at what I do, and I know that my vision, my presentation is fairly good as well. And it's always trying to improve, right? I'm always trying to find ways to make it better and be more presentable, and just to kind of engage with you guys a little bit more and keep you interested in what we're doing here, right? Promoting the game. Kathy Seeger says, you're the best that I have watched. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. And I know you tune in to watch a lot. And honestly, like, the reason why I'm good at it, I think, is because it's my heart, right? I love what I do. I really do. And I think if you spend maybe 10 minutes watching my stream, maybe even less, I don't know, you can hear the passion in my voice. You can hear the passion in my expressions. And you can see the passion through my work, right? I don't know, you just see it. So I appreciate the compliment for sure. David Twig confirming that I do a fantastic job. Thank you, sir. Peter says, your honesty makes you priceless. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm a humble guy, right? A lot of people read me as a conceited guy, egotistical, self-centered, you know, all that kind of stuff, and they judge me for it, right? And I don't know, it's kind of made some relationships sour and all that kind of stuff. Not on my side, because to me, I don't judge people that much. You know, if you want to feel that way about me, that's your opinion. I can't change that, right? All I can do is just keep being myself. But yeah, I get a lot of that flack, you know, whatever. People just kind of look at me the wrong way. They don't understand it, right? And I'm honestly humble, man. I'm pretty humble. I enjoy life. I love life. I love everything about it. And money's never really been a drive in my life. My family comes from wealth, but I've never really been one that's been driven by wealth. And though my family is driven by wealth, I don't have wealth. It's not like them. My family's very well off. And if I was to go off and, you know, ask them for help and all that stuff, I'd probably be so much better off in life. But I've always believed on just trying to make your way through your efforts and through your work and through your own passion and vision. And so, to me, that's what I've been trying to do. Get in there. Oh, what a nice effort that would have been. Jeff Safford, how you doing? Said Nathan's gonna crush this tournament like last night. Well, you never know, man. I mean, he plays really, really good pool. And like I said, he's playing with a cue that has lots of deflection, just a maple shaft. You know, I think the ferrule that he's playing on right now, it looks to me like it might be like a Cooper brand cue from like Canadian Tire or Walmart, something that has those like weird thin plastic ferrules, you know, that sit over top of the shaft. Like it's one of those, right? So, you know, like it's not a high quality cue. Definitely lots of deflection, man. And the vibrations off that cue every time he's hitting the cue ball, man, tons of vibration, which is what's adding to the deflection. But the way he's playing, it's almost like this guy was born with a bar cue, man, because it doesn't phase him. He makes it work. Makes it work. And he played amazing last night, honestly, man. There was no way anybody could have stopped him. I thought I was going to be the guy to stop him, man, but no matter what was going on, he just stayed focused, got to the table, and just finished tables, man. And at the end, he became a little bit too much for me. Paul Howder, how you doing? Says thank you, CSL and Rod. Yeah, man, you're very welcome. My pleasure. By the way, if you guys, happen to be watching on Facebook, maybe you guys can click over to my YouTube channel and maybe subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 people so I can start, I'm trying to maybe monetize a little bit and do some other things. And I'm being honest with you because, like I said, this industry is a little bit tough to survive on. So you try to find ways to make money however you can. I have other work that I do, which, balances out my efforts here. But it is a little bit of an effort, right? So getting more subscriptions on YouTube kind of helps find another way to maybe monetize and create some future for the future. So go to YouTube, subscribe to my channel. You can come back and watch on Facebook if you want. But honestly, like the YouTube, you get beautiful picture on it. I watched it on my TV, I watch it on my laptop, and I can't get enough of that picture on YouTube, man. But I don't really interact that much with people on YouTube, and that's my downfall right now. So I'm working on it. Okay, I'm working on it. I'm always working with tech and trying to figure things out. I have something up my sleeves that I'm working on that hopefully will create some balance when it comes to communicating with viewers. Because sometimes I watch here on my phone and I don't get all the comments either. Then I'll exit the stream, I'll go do something, I'll come back and enter the stream, and suddenly I see all the comments that I hadn't seen before, right? But what I got figured out right now is going to be a way where, none of you guys are going to be neglected. No matter who's talking to me, I'll be able to see your comments from anywhere. If I can figure this out. Work in progress. Kind of like my game. Albert Rad, how you doing? Says, hi Rod, coming back soon once I get my wheels again. Right on, man. I'm looking forward to it. You're a great player too. I haven't seen you play in a while, and I'm sure it's going to take you a little bit of effort to get back on par with your game. But I believe that you have a table at home, so you kind of have an advantage. You may not be off your game as much as most of us are thinking that you may be. I figure Banning is trying to make a comeback in this match. Lost the cue ball a little bit there, though. He ended up on the 50-50, and there was a three-way setup there. He could have set up for the one ball to the left side middle pocket. Could have set up for the one ball in the bottom left corner, or set up for the one ball in the bottom right corner. And he's ended up in a way where, well, the bottom left corner is the best choice, but I don't know, a comfortable shot. And he'll make it. It was a good shot for him. And has to take the shot on the 8 ball, and he'll bring this game within one. He'll make it. 3-2. He's racing the 6, so he's actually technically down by 2, sort of, because his opponent only needs to win 2 games. He needs to win 4. Zachary Warrington, how you doing? David Schneider, welcome to the stream. Bruce Jensen, what's up, man? Sylvie Winslow Gaznier, welcome to the stream. Paul Howder says, wonder how the effect would have been with like a GoPro. Well, and I'm looking at that too, but once again, we're going back to funding, right? So it's tough. I have kids, I got a wife and family and rent and bills and all that stuff. So usually when money comes in, money has to be addressed for all those important things first. It's tough for me to come up with extra money to buy a camera and stuff. I did try to buy an extra camera when I was doing okay a little while ago, and then the camera I bought, I paid $500 for it. I thought it was a decent price, but as it turned out, I was only getting my money's worth. So it wasn't that great of a deal after all, and I ended up having to return it. Then things got busy, and instead of saving that money, I had to use that money. So I'm back to square one again. But I do have some more events coming up, and then I plan to put some money aside from each event until I can get another camera, and then I plan to try out the GoPro way. I hear that they're really good. I actually wanted to get one of those DSLRs, but the problem with those is they're not really, well, maybe now they are, but back then they weren't really made for streaming. And so you can use them for streaming, and they're great quality, like probably top notch quality to be honest, because you can change all the lenses and all that stuff too. But power wise, it was just too much for those things. So now it might be a little bit better, but it probably costs a lot more because of technology, you know. But I thought about doing those, and the GoPro is another one that I thought about. The reason mainly I want to get a GoPro though, I think, is because it will help me for when I do like say training sessions, and I want to kind of teach people what I'm doing on my training sessions. Then I can get that little um, that chest adjustment, so I can put it on my chest, or the band, the headband, and accessory, and then I can kind of walk around showing you guys what's going on. Thomas Van Ick is one of those guys that does I pool Q or IQ pool ball. And he does that sometimes when he does 9-ball break and runs, just showing how the cue ball works. And I kind of like it. I don't think it will be the same as his, but you know, he uses a GoPro. That's where I got the idea of maybe doing it. Kathy says, "I love pool." Right on. As long as you love pool, you know, you're in my circle automatically because that's what I do. I love pool too, man. And I say man to everyone, so I'm sorry. It's just I'm a hippie. I'm a hippie with a deep voice. Arthur Bruce Chung, how you doing, man? Talking about passion. That's another gentleman there that has lots of passion for the game. He says, "Love it, Rod. Thank you for the commentary." You're very welcome, man. David Schneider says, "Thanks for the stream, Rod. You're doing an awesome job, buddy. I watched the WPBA stream and it was horrible." Well, you know, I can't judge. Let's just say we all have moments, all right? There's days where I come in and you know, you probably wouldn't want to tune in and probably would unsubscribe to my channel. We all have our days. But thank you. I appreciate it, man. I try to do a good job. I try to be consistent for sure. And I don't know. It's always, you know, a work in progress. That's always something I can do better. Every time I stream and I do something, I feel like I can do better. Right. So I'm constantly trying to be better. So I appreciate it. The compliments are amazing. Because I like to know that people actually enjoy watching the streams. I mean, I see likes, you know, the likes have gone down quite a bit lately, you know, by the way. We gotta start talking about this. It used to be, you know, I get like 100 likes or something like that, and I felt like, oh wow, people really love my streams, right? It made me feel like, yeah, I got more energy, man. I'm gonna do more stuff because these guys are enjoying it, and you know, as long as they're loving it, I'm gonna go out there and do more for it, right? And now I'm looking at the likes, and it's like 30 likes, 40 likes. Am I doing that bad? I don't know, man. You guys gotta let me know if you guys are enjoying it by liking the streams. And you know, a lot of it was that before I used to be the pusher, right? The like pusher, the share pusher, right? Like, you know, smash that button, share that stream, you know, blah blah blah. And then I said to myself one day, you know, I can't be like that. If people want to like the stream, it's gonna be because they want to like the stream. It's gonna be because they appreciate the quality. And so I stopped asking for it. So maybe that's why my numbers went down. But you guys owe me, man. You can make up for it by just going to YouTube and subscribing to my channel. It's pasted on the poster. If you go on the post with all the description, the link is there for YouTube. We'll call it even, man. I'm at 87 subscribers. Okay, that's what I woke up to a few days ago. It hasn't changed. I started to see like haystacks rolling through my front door. The sound of the desert wind, even though I live in Winnipeg and there's no desert, I can hear it. Crickets, you know. We don't even have crickets here, really. I think they come up for like once a year, but like for like a month. Too cold out here. Nice shot. Get in there, baby. What a shot. Remember that. When you guys are out there trying to buy like this $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 cue, this guy's playing with a Cooper, $29.99 at Walmart, man. It's not about the cue, it's about your game. It's about your game, your fundamentals, the efforts you put at the table when you're not playing in tournament or league, when you're practicing, when you're bored. That's when you got to put in the most efforts, man. I think the recipe to success at the table, really, it comes down to mentality. And the mentality begins with not just shooting randomly no more. Stop shooting balls for no reason. Okay? Stop going to the table and just ball banging. Have a purpose. Every time you get to that table, have a purpose. As soon as you break, walk around, find the shots, figure it all out, have a game plan, and then work your way through it. You know, it's all there for you once you find a way to change your mentality and you get more professional yourself at the table. And professionals really, that's what they are, is consistency, right? They really work on these things to be able to be more consistent. You guys have to do the same. Want to be good? That's number one. It starts with your mentality. Don't shoot for no reason anymore. Every time you go to that table, try to win. Every time you see a shot in front of you, aim to make it and be consistent with it mentally. Use the fundamentals you have to create the mental fundamentals that you need to be a better player at the table. And you can see the results. I'm telling you, when I play at the table, you guys see, I've been a growing process myself. I was rough back in January, man. Double knockout tournaments back to back, right? Slowly, I started making my way back, and I've been working my way back. Now my fundamentals are getting back again. My mentality, the fundamentals of my mentality, are coming back as well because I am now working a sound system, which is just try your best all the time, no matter who you're playing against, no matter what you're playing for. Just do your best. Be consistent with that, and then the consistency in your game will come along too. There's a secret I gave you that would normally cost you $100 on a DVD. Should I be making a DVD? Or you guys can just send me $100 at PayPal or e-transfer. That works too. We can just say that I sent you a DVD. Bruce says, Bruce Jensen, by the way, says, I enjoy stream. As for yesterday, your headset was very clear, and I wouldn't worry about switching microphones. Just a distraction you don't need. Yeah, I guess you're right, but it wasn't so much of a distraction. I felt bad for the viewers, right? Because everything's quiet, and it gets boring, right? You're just watching people play, and you don't know what's going on. I mean, the scoreboard kind of helps, but for me, I don't know. I guess I got bird brain, man. If it ain't sparkly and loud, I don't want to watch. And I figured maybe some of you guys will like me. I don't know. Am I the only one? Did I watch too much Star Wars growing up? I was never a Star Trek guy. I watched it, and I watched it for sure, but it wasn't like go to. Paul Vasquez says, I love pool. Hashtag. Hell yeah, man. I love pool also. You know what? I'm going to include that on my hashtag. I just started using hashtags, by the way. But I'm going to do that too. I love pool, man, because I do. Jeff wants to know, why isn't Nathan a 6? It's because of his Fargo rate. His Fargo rate is low, so that it allows him to be a 5 here. But if he does well today, it won't be long before he's a 6 anyway. Because his Fargo rate will go up. Len Vanderwall, how you doing? Says, location, this is the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We're here in the south end of the city. It's a beautiful neighborhood. It's a beautiful, beautiful layout here. They're doing tons of new things here. It's looking beautiful and more beautiful every week as it goes by. We got some more surprises coming, man. If you're ever in Winnipeg, come to the Hangar. You will not regret it. Absolutely not regret it. Everything about this place, the atmosphere, the vibes, the people, the servers, the food, pool tables, everything about it is just top-notch quality, man. You have to come to the Hangar and check it out. 121 Scurfield Blvd, south end of town in Winnipeg. And Canada, by the way. Winnipeg, Manitoba is right in the middle of Canada. They say Manitoba is the heart of Canada. And I don't know, man, but all I know is that everybody that I know, if they're doing something they love, definitely a lot of heart. So it might be something to it. Maybe if you're born here, you're automatically born with extra heart. Could be. What a shot. Oh my God. What a shot. Jesus Christ. That was the highlight of the day. Oh man. What a shot. He says to Nathan, you can do that. I can do that too. But mine's going to be on the 8 ball. How about that? What a shot. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, can you do the shot again? I missed the highlight. Or was that one of those 1 in 10s? Was that one of those 1 in 10 shots? Because I need to see it again. It was a beautiful shot. You made everybody stop talking about Nathan anyway. I'm just teasing them, man. It's all part of the game, right? I mean, I don't know. These guys love me for my personality, man. I'm always playful, always having a good time. Tina Marinelli, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. German Joseph. By the way, I'm having such a good time. I've had my lunch here for like almost an hour. Still haven't even touched it. Not even a bite. So when you guys try to say like, "Hey, you ain't passionate enough. You don't care about pool," just remember, I don't even eat my food. Oh yeah, I'm not famous. I'm paying for them. Remember that too. When you're famous, you don't pay for food. Number one thing. Bill Askin, how you doing? Says you gotta tell me the name of the YouTube channel. I went over there under CSL and couldn't find it. No, you won't. So Bill Askin, when you go to my post here on Q Sports Live for this stream, when you open the description, you'll see the link. It says live stream found on YouTube at this link, and then you'll see the link underneath. So all you gotta do is click on the link. It'll automatically take you over there. If you want to find it, if you want to find my channel, you have to punch in my name first. You'll see Rod Arriagada, but then it'll also say /CSL Manitoba. So that's when you see that, you found my YouTube channel, Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. That's my YouTube channel. But you can find it easier if you just go to the link on the post. Fred Carrasquillo, how you doing? Bienvenido. The YouTube channel is to love pool. Absolutely, man. And I think I have that out there. I don't know. I might have love pool on that one too. Oh, you think I misunderstood? No. I kind of got what you're saying. I was saying it was clear. Okay. I thought you meant like maybe not do it no more because it's throwing me off. To me, it was like, well, anytime that something pushes you that you can't overcome on the table, that's a great opportunity to learn and become not just a better player, but a better person because you become something that can overcome an obstacle. And really, most of life and pool is all about overcoming obstacles, right? How to deal with them the best way possible. Some people just, they kind of get scared off and just don't deal with it, right? Because they just don't like obstacles. Other people, they look at obstacles as an opportunity to grow and to challenge themselves to become better. You can decide which circle of pool you're in, but you should be in the other one, the one that isn't afraid to deal with the challenge, that isn't afraid to deal with every obstacle that comes their way. That was another good shot there too. But yeah, no, it's good, right? I know you guys like it. When I play, anytime I play, I'm gonna try to do it for you guys, all right? We'll try to get used to it. But I might need some donations on my PayPal or my e-transfer just to cover my green fees or my tournament play because I will be sacrificing all my entry fees when I do it. For a little while anyway. For at least about a month and a half, all my entry fees are going to be donations. But then after a month and a half, when I'm used to doing it all the time, we're okay. And then from there, I'll be defending my money and winning all the tournaments. So it'll work out good. A small investment for entertainment. Len says that's the hall at St. Vital Mall. No, it's not at St. Vital Mall, Len. It's close by though. It's on Scurfield and Scurfield Boulevard and Route 90 or Keniston. If you come there, so like the mall is about maybe I'm gonna say like a 10-minute drive from here, maybe. I think the one you're thinking, well, it's not even by the mall, but there was one close by there, which is River City Billiards, I believe it's called. Or Riverside Billiards, I think that's what it's called. Riverside Billiards. That one's right on St. Anne's. St. Mary's, close to St. Anne's. But no, this one's on Scurfield Boulevard on Keniston. And you'll find it when you come here, you'll see the first thing you'll see is a big giant parking lot. So on one side of the road, there's a Shell gas station. On the other side of the road, you'll see this big parking lot. That's where they are. You'll see a Dairy Queen and a drive-through Dairy Queen and a bunch of little like outlet mall stores. Just go there, you'll see the big hangar building in the corner right by the car wash. What's up, Randy Baggett? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that was a beautiful shot for sure, Bryce Johnson. Just according to plan for drama. Who won the last one? I gotta go back now. Oh, the mouth. Oh man, we're tied at 4. One's on the hill, one's trying to get on the hill. Richard needs to win this one just to push it to Hill. But Nathan's breaking. And if he can make a ball, well, the way he's been playing, I don't know, man. Robert Page, shot of the day. Absolutely, man. That one, you know, like I was talking about how much I love pool and all that stuff, and I just dropped everything when I seen that shot. That's definitely a highlight of the day. I don't know if I'm going to see anything more exciting than that, but maybe. I do get spoiled a little bit. Martín Melendez, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. Esco Contreras, bienvenido. Welcome, guys. Yes, I'm Spanish. Paul Howard says, I got a couple of cues that need tips done. I'm going to bug out. Take care, all. Right on, man. We'll see you soon, Paul. Thanks for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you on board, man. Bryce says he lost his top fan badge. Oh, no. All you got to do is just comment, like, share, that kind of stuff, and you get it back. I wish I could just give it away, man. I would just say, here you go, bro. Here's your fan badge. It's for life. Never lose it. Russ Baker, how you doing? Gary Stevens, welcome. Evangeline Musso, welcome. Mr. Eric Hoffman, how you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend. Kathy says, I lost mine for a bit, and then it came back. It always does. Len Vanderwall says, I lived there like 20-some years ago. Played out of Brandon. Big Red ran 80-some on me when he was only 15. Yeah. Well, he was a really good snooker player. He still is, you know. He doesn't really play it all the time, but he's a very competitive snooker player. Talking about Eric Orvis, right? There was two Reds, right? We had Red and what was Mike? What's Mike's last name now? Can't remember. Jules, what was Mike's last name? Red. Since you're on here, how you doing, Jules? But they called him Red, and then Big Red normally is Eric Horverson, normally, because he's like tall. He's like a building, that guy, when he walks in. He had a crazy match with Jeff Clare for the King of the Hill, and when he was at it was 12-10. I thought there was like no way that Jeff Clare was gonna come back and win that match, and I thought to myself, if Eric Horverson wins this match, he's gonna win the tournament. And then out of nowhere, Jeff came back, won the last two games, and won the match and knocked him out. But Eric, when he comes to play in the tournaments, man, he's always a heavy favorite. Tons of experience, amazing player, lots of skill. Same with Clapp, man. Clapp was playing in form too because he just came back from the Canadians, but he ran into a little bit of trouble there with Johnny Baptiste, who had a bone to pick with him from 2018. And boy, did he ever settle the score with him. That was another great matchup. Kel Morin, how you doing? I can't remember Mike's name now. I know there's a lot of these guys here that needs to be around them, but I just know him as Red. Everybody just knows him as Red. As soon as I remember his name, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, that's it was," and I'll probably forget it again. But at least I'll pretend like I remember completely what it was. I really can't remember when I see it all. Doing good, right on, Kel. Welcome to the stream. Jeff Cypher wants to know: has anyone watched Savannah the Roadrunner yet? He's going to be something very special. Actually, Jeff, I had a great opportunity out in Red Deer to be able to watch her play both in the WPBA and in the junior tournament for CSI, and she was something special to watch. I mean, you can tell right off the hop that she's got a set of skills on her that most people her age just can't adapt yet, and she's that talented. But she's got a lot of influences, right? Like she's a Vegas kid, so she's got Shane around her and all these other top players that are teaching her. And everybody's taking the time to teach her and work with her because they see that she is something special. And we all support that, right? I wish the rest of the world was like that when it comes to pool, man. Support each other. But it's hard because we're all competitive. Everybody can do something better than somebody else. At least in our minds, that's the way we all think. But I think the pool will be so much better if we all just kind of work together. And I feel like people are working together when it comes to the Roadrunner because she's the future, right? She's one of the people in the future, one of the Hall of Famers, and you can see already at the young age already, man, that she's going to be a threat for years to come. Finishing in 6th place at the Sledgehammer event, 5th, 6th, really. That was her first time getting into the top 16. She'd been trying to get into the top 16 for a few events, and she just kept coming up short. Last time in Red Deer, when I met her out there, she came up short also, and she was really mad. But she ended up playing in the junior, and she made up for it. Right, she ended up winning that one there, and I remember that match. Like this kid comes up to me, and he's got the score sheet. I'm asking him the score. Nathan Mayo, by the way, is a great player from Alberta. And I guess he didn't know what he was playing against. To him, he might have maybe thought like, well, I'm just playing against a girl, and who's a Savannah Roadrunner or whatever, right? But anyways, I don't know if that's what he was thinking. Maybe the kid wasn't thinking like that. But that's kind of the way it came across because I'm streaming their match on my stream table, and the kid comes up to me, and I say, "What's the race?" And he says, "Whatever the race was." He's like, "It's gonna be a double dip." He says. He said, "It's gonna be a double dip." I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "So what's the race?" And I said it like that too, kind of sarcastic, like, "Oh, okay," right? I know what he's about to step into, right? And I don't think he really had an idea. But anyways, he's like, "Yeah, no, so it's gonna go double dip." I'm like, "All right." And then the match starts. The next thing you know, Savannah Easton gets up to the table and she's doing beep beep, right? She's just running around the table, running everything in sight, not afraid, taking seconds to shoot, and it's overwhelming, man. And the kid's coming back, and he's a little bit more methodical, and he's trying to slow down, right? But as soon as he gets into a little bit of trouble, that's when the mentality, the pressure comes in because he knows his opponent, being a female player on top of it, is running lights out. So it put a little bit extra pressure on him, and he had a tough time winning that match. I think the final score was like 5-1, and Savannah took it. But that's when I got to see Savannah play up close and personal through my own stream. And man, what a brilliant, impressive player she's going to be for years to come. I'm telling you, Roadrunner, man. You're gonna hear beep beep everywhere, and she's got tons of fans already, man. I mean, somebody's talking about famous earlier, right? I'm not famous, man. You look at this little girl, and you see the amount of people that follow everything she does. That's famous. And she probably never pays for her food. I guarantee it. She never pays for her food. That was with her parents, man. They probably pay for it themselves. No, but honestly, even if her parents weren't around, I guarantee you nobody will let that kid spend money, man, because she's gonna be an idol for years to come. As long as she continues to play on her game, continues to try to improve the way she's been doing, and get some great results like she's been doing so far, she's got a great future ahead of her. Oh, this is the moment of truth here for him. He's got to try to be able to squeeze his ball and by. If he does, he's got a chance to close out. And if he does, then, well, it's kind of like a sellout, depending on the layout of the balls after cue ball stops rolling. Ball in hand would be the worst case scenario. He avoids that. So that actually worked out okay. He didn't make the shot, but he didn't really sell out the 2 or the 6 ball either. He's left his opponent a do or die opportunity here and not much else. Now it's going to be up to Richard to decide whether or not he wants to bank it to the side or the corner, or if he's going to try to figure out some way to maybe play safe here. I just can't see much of a safety unless you try to roll up and freeze up to 11 ball, which I don't think will really work. Did he call that? Oh, he didn't call that. All right. I was say, Jesus Christ, did he just do that after he did that kick on the 8 ball? Because I'll just quit right now, man. I can't handle that kind of excitement. Heart attack for sure, man. I was thinking about a heart attack last night because I was feeling weird in my chest. And it's not the first time. It's been going on for a while. But they say my cholesterol's good and my numbers are all great. And I had an EKG done, and supposedly that was good too. I don't know. Hopefully it's not a heart attack, man. They told me that I was having a heart attack when I was 22 years old. And they said it was a light and mild one, that I was lucky to survive it. But I said to them as well, you said it's light and mild. I mean, what do you mean lucky? Yeah, they said it could have been much worse if you don't change your diet. It's going to be. And I have. Oh, man, such a bad roll on that one. What do you do here? Do you try to bank it? I go for a kick shot side pocket, but he's going to try the bank here. There's a VNEA rule that as long as you raise your cue to 45, it won't be a foul. And he actually raised that pretty good, and he avoided a double kiss, so that was a clean shot. And looks like he's going to give Richard that 8 ball because it's a straight into the side, and Richard's on the hill. Hill. It comes down to the last rack. 9 games have not decided anything between these guys, and that ninth game almost settled the score, but it did not. So we're gonna move into rack number 10, and now Richard Bannock will have a chance to break for the match. Crazy momentum swing. Crazy momentum swing, I tell you. Let's see. Len says, I thought when Holm was going to take all 3 and Eric came back a few weeks back, that was crazy. Yeah, well, you know, Eric and Steven are, I don't know, those guys are hitting the next level. You sit there and look at these guys, think, oh, these guys are amazing. There's no way they're going to get any better than this. But believe it or not, they're getting even better, man. And that's scary because these guys are incredible players already. Even Holm is starting to become a robot. Smash and break. You don't usually see like a wide open break like that or a guy making a ball off the break. He's made 3 solids off the break with a wide open table, man. 3 solids with a wide open table, but I don't know if he can make a solid. Not without playing a combo 11 into the 1. And that's the way I would do it. If I'm going to go for the win here, I have to do that. And then I'm playing this with a light pace because I'm trying to get that cue ball to stick to the right rail so I have the 4 ball to shoot next. The 4 ball sitting on the bottom right now. He's going to go with high ball. I'm going to go low ball here, but I guess the effort of the combo was a little bit too much. This isn't too bad, actually. It ain't bad at all. Once he makes this ball, he's got to deal with the top of the table. That 14 ball goes to the corner. He can cheat the pocket just enough, and that will give him an opportunity to get above this 12 for the bottom left corner, or above this 12 for the 9 ball to make it to the top right corner, which are mainly the key balls here, the 2 balls that he has a problem with. Oh, and then he missed it. Oh, no. This was he's going to try to make something different happen. I think that's why he missed it. He was just focused on the position on the cue ball. And well, Nathan's going to get a massive break on this one. He's got a clear table for the finish now. Only 4 balls remaining in the 8 ball. The hardest part of the work was that 4 ball. And it looks like that 11 ball is leaning there for the 4 ball to come off the 11 and in. Yes, like that. And a quick bounce is going to ensure that he gets a finish. But uh-oh. No, he's all right. It looked like he was going to travel a little bit too far, maybe end up over the top of the 10. I mean, he's still shooting over top of the 10 here, but he's not right frozen to it, which would have made it more uncomfortable. Here, you can just switch up and make the simple shot. You just got to watch the pace here for the 7 ball. But she's done really well on that one. And I don't know, man. He was playing some amazing pool last night, and whatever was going on then, it definitely wasn't a one-time thing. He's playing well on this one also. Now looking at a chance to be able to close out if he can just get the shape on the 8 ball. And he ran into the 8 ball, and that's gonna present one last challenge here. He's got a back cut. Wow, you can see sort of here from this angle that he's really like reverse cutting this almost. 13 ball's gonna help the cue ball from going anywhere though, so you can hit this with some speed and some confidence. Just have to find the right spot, address it properly with a cue ball, and just fire the shot. Looks like he's found his spot. He's going to take the attempt. And what a finish that was. What a finish that was. Honestly, man. What a finish. Hill comes back and makes this incredible shot. Richard Bannock's got his hand on his head. He can't understand what happened. He thought there was more game left. But he made this cut, and he's thinking to himself, like, I still have a game here. He's still talking about it. He has no idea what has just happened. That cut literally knocked him out. Here's the cut again. What a shot. It wasn't highlight of the day, but it was a beautiful shot. All right, so this is gonna allow me to maybe stop the stream so I can have a munch, eat my food. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll just scoot over. How about you guys just excuse me for a little bit? I'll move over here. How about you guys just excuse me for a little bit? I'll let the scoreboards fit. I'll update the scoreboard for these guys. This is a quarterfinal matchup. It's a good matchup. It's Tim and Dennis Wong. The 11 to the 1. That's the first thing I looked at. Yeah. Yeah. And not only that, but with the combination, you could have held the cue ball for the 4 ball. Yeah, you didn't see it. No. I think you were caught up with thinking that if you just made that 14 past that corner, that you can get position there. Yeah, it all went. Yeah. Once you made that 14, everything was open. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you got the highlight of the day out of that anyway. Yeah, he's in shock, man. What's the score between you guys, Dennis? 4 for him? Okay. 5-3. So I'll set up the scoreboard here. Yeah, this is a race to 6 between these guys. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a second to eat my food after I update the score, and I'll be right here. So I'll still be like monitoring the controls, but I won't be talking because I'll have a mouthful of food, unless you really want to hear me at my best, which I don't think you want to, honestly. And there's the trouble. There's always some sort of situation at the table that presents itself, and well, he's found himself a bit of trouble here. I'm gonna eat my food. Okay, well, first I'm gonna catch up with all the comments. So I don't want to miss on the comments, and that's kind of important. To me, it is anyway. Paul Howard says, I'll leave you on while I'm working on them. Also watching my Chiefs try to win. Nice. Oh, you do your own tips. Okay, good for you, Paul. You have a lathe and everything for it, or you just do it manually? Some people do it manually with a knife. Some people are crazy like that, but they do amazing tip work. Jeff Cypher says, great story, Rod. All she does is run out. Honestly, she's just an incredible player. And she doesn't even understand how great she is yet. I mean, people are always telling her how great she is, so she might be getting it. But when she's at the table, like she's not. She's just the same player all the time. Always focused. Just wants to run out. John Guffey, how you doing? Adam Novak, welcome to the stream. Todd Ricker, how you doing? Entertaining match, says Paul. Yeah, that was a good match for sure. That was all the comments, so pardonnez-moi while I sit on the side and bust a munch. I'll be back. All right, so that was the end of that match. Sorry for being so loud. I'm still eating. And I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna go to the bar for a second. I know you guys probably, don't want to really see the bar, but the reason why I'm coming up to the bar here and I'm going specifically in this area is because today one of our great friends from Winnipeg and Manitoba, his name is Gordo Black, and he was one of the guys that influenced the game in so many different ways. He was one of our tip repair guys. He was an amazing 9-ball player. He was a great supporter of the community, went around helping people learn the game, teaching the game, and always supported them all the way around. I was going to come up there. Thank you. So it's his birthday today, and it's not the memorial from when he passed away. That's in January, and we're gonna have a memorial tournament for him here at the hangar um, but today is his birthday, and those of us that knew him well, we miss him. We miss him a lot. And so I guess what we're doing is that we're gonna have a birthday celebration here at the bar real quick. Everybody's gonna get set up for some shots, and they're gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to Gordo. And I'm going over. I don't really drink. I never really do. But I'm not gonna have a shot because I don't like sambuca. That's what they're drinking, which is the drink that he likes to drink. But I am gonna join them for a beer, so I'm gonna go over there and cheers them with a beer. And I'm gonna leave it there for a second. For those of you that are in Winnipeg that they watch the streams all the time, this is for Gordo. It'll be real quick, and then from there we're gonna come back, and then we'll either stop the stream or go to our next matchup, whichever it is. But I'm gonna go there now real quick because it's taking longer than it should have, and we're gonna do a quick cheers for him. Happy birthday, Gordo, man. We miss you. All right, so that was the moment, and we're gonna go back to our main TV table because we got a matchup. We have a matchup. It's an A-side semifinal matchup. Are you guys going for a quick break before we start? Okay, then I guess I'll stop the stream and I'll come back with another stream. It's not a problem. It allows me to have a quick bite to finish my food anyway, so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. No, it's all good. Yeah, no, it's all good. Paul Howard says, yeah, no, lathe, my friend, have always done them manually. Nice. Yeah, and so that's like the old school way. A lot of people used to do it manually, right? And the lathe thing was something that just kind of became a thing eventually. Yeah, so these guys are taking a quick break, and we just finished. The reason we took a little bit longer is because we're singing, all of us are singing happy birthday to Gordo while we're doing the cheers. A beautiful moment for sure. Always missed. I'm telling you, man, like so many of us just think about him and miss him all the time. And every time I step into Bourbon or anytime I walk into any place that he used to be in, it's the first thing that crosses my mind. Him and Andrew Thomas, rest in peace as well. Another one of our good friends. It's tough when you lose those that you love in the pool community, you know, and especially the ones that make a difference, that try their best to create change for the future. Those are the ones we miss the most, and both those guys were exactly that for us here. But I guess, yeah, that's gonna end the stream. I'm gonna come back with another stream. Yeah, and we all sang happy birthday. It was an emotional moment, man. And I have a beer to drink now. I haven't drank a beer in forever. Last time I drank a beer, actually, I'm lying, was in Calgary for the CSL Invitational. And it was on the last night because I was like, nah, you know what? It's been too long of a trip. I need to have a beer. But yeah, having a beer. Only one. He went outside for a smoke, man. So whatever. I'm just gonna stop the stream and I'm gonna restart it when he comes back. Yeah. Yeah, I know. All right, so I'll stop the stream and I don't know. Do I do any of the advertising stuff? I guess I can do some of the advertising stuff for myself real quick. If you guys enjoy the stream, the quality of the work that I do, and you guys want to support my work in any way, you can do so via PayPal or e-transfer. cslmanitoba@gmail.com is where you do so. And honestly, anything that comes towards me will be appreciated, and it'll be used for better things in the future, I tell you. And if you want me to come down to your town to cover an event for you, you can also message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me next to Facebook. If you want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can do so and message me. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Message me from there if you want, or on there if you want. Those of you that liked and share the stream, awesome. Really appreciate when you guys do it. When you guys didn't, well, you suck. I tried, man. I deserve at least a like. That's going to be it for now. These guys are going to go for a smoke. I got to reset the stream before these guys all come back. And resetting the stream now takes like 40 minutes, man. Just resetting the stream. It's not like setting up the stream, which takes another hour. That's going to be it for now. Oh, the last highlight. I always got to do that. It was that beautiful cut on the 8-ball. What a cut. Cooper Q, man. The more you sweat and practice, the less you bleed in battle. Get to those tables and become the champion within. The only way you can get there is by working on your game and all the flaws that you have with that game. When you're sitting there working on the things you already know how to do, you're not progressing. When you're working on the things that you can't do, that is when the real progress comes in, and that's when the champion within comes out. And I know it probably says see you at the tables next time. I'll take that off. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can. Yeah, on the other table, I got the other one. Sorry, I got an interruption here in the background. Yeah, if you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you can do so. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to message me to come out to your town, message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. If this is your first time watching CUESPORTS Live on Facebook, make sure to like and subscribe to our Facebook page, and then you'll get notified every single time that we go live. If this is your first time watching on YouTube, this is a separate YouTube channel than the main CSL YouTube channel. So make sure that you guys are following the link on this post. It'll take you to my page, which will say Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. And then if you guys found that, you guys can like and subscribe to that one, and then be supporting me and my work in another way, which I would actually appreciate a lot. But that's going to be it for now. We'll be back on another stream. They're on a smoke break. It won't be very long. I just got to reset the stream. I might miss the first rack out of their match, but I'll definitely not miss the match. So I will be back on another stream shortly, real short. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and watching the stream. And, well, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Cheers.